Let's suppose we have an equilateral triangle, like so. We've got all the angles are 60. Now let's draw on the altitude. If we do that, what ends up happening is we have enough for hypotenuse leg because of the reflexive property here. This altitude will be congruent to itself, and these legs were, or these sides were already congruent. If we named one of them, we could call them 2s. Then each of them would be 2s. We've got a triangle where we have the hypotenuse congruent and a leg, so these are congruent triangles. So what we can say is that these down here are congruent. So if this is 2s, then each of these individually would be s. So now let's draw that triangle without the equilateral part. So I'm going to erase the part that I don't want. So now I'm just looking at that 30, 60, 90 triangle. And in that 30, 60, 90 triangle, I have two out of the three sides labeled. I've got one side that I'm calling S, and another side that we have as 2S. So to find this third side, well, that's one of our legs, but we can use the Pythagorean theorem. So Pythagorean theorem, of course, c squared equals a squared plus b squared. C is 2s, so we'll take that 2s and square it. We'll call this side that we don't know for now, we'll call it A. Then we'll get a better name for it in a minute. In place of B, we can put S. So we have 2s squared, that's 2s times 2s, that's 4s squared, equal to a squared plus 1s squared. Now we'll subtract s squared from each side of the equation. When we do that, we get 3s squared equal to a squared. And then to undo squared, we square root. So square root both sides. Square root of a squared is a. Square root of 3s squared, well, square root of s squared is s, so we have s square root 3. So instead of calling that a, we will call that s square root 3. So now we have the side lengths for this 30, 60, 90 triangle. Across from the 30 is the short side, we call that s. Across from the 60-degree angle is s square root 3, and then the hypotenuse is 2s. So that's your 30, 60, 90 triangle. Also a special triangle that you need to memorize.